4, 3, 2, 1. It's me, your boy, Demi, Young God of Calamity. I'm hyper as fuck, boy. Give me 5 cents and I might take a chill pill.
No, he won't.
That's a lie. That's a straight up lie. I'm actually kind of hyper though. Like, I'm pumped up as a motherfucker. We're about to do a tier list, guys. Guess what? It's the isekai trash tier list. Isekai.
Isekai? I was getting ready to call you out on that. I was like, what?
Isekai. It's because I'm drunk. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little drunk. I'm a little tipsy. It's fine. It's whatever. We all get drunk on our free days off. Doesn't matter. So we got... Let me show off the tier list. It's me, your boy, Demi, Young God of Calamity, with my boy, Tom Bombadillo, doing an isekai trash tier list. And you know how we do. We got S tier, which is God tier, A tier, demigod tier, and in memory of me. You know, because we can't have like just an excellent tier. We have to have a demigod tier. Like, you understand? You understand? I got it. But then we have our C, good tier, D, okay tier, E, bad tier, F is trash tier, and then we got like, what is it, 26?
26 or 27, yeah.
Yeah, we got some isekais to throw up here. We got some isekais to throw. We'll be mentioning and giving a little introduction to the isekai, describe it, how we felt about watching it, you know, the works. But anyhow, let's just jump straight into it. So, the first one is Arifureta from Commonplace to World's Strongest. Sorry, I had to look at that picture because that's a really small picture.
You can always open the File Explorer and see what.
Yeah, I understand that, but like I had to really like kind of look at that picture. It's Arifureta from Commonplace to World's Strongest. So, what did you think of it?
I mean, I don't think it's God tier, but it's definitely good. I mean, it's definitely a okay one. It's good.
I think it'd be at least like a C tier, a good tier. I think it's good.
I don't think it's excellent. I don't think it qualifies.
I don't think I don't think it gets excellent either. So we're good on C tier.
We'll start there. We can always make adjustments as we fill out the list.
I feel like what strengths did it have? Let's describe its strengths. I really liked the hero, but that's because like I'm a horrible like fan of edgy teen protagonists who like the world left me alone, so I got strong.
If I remember correctly, the character development was pretty decent.
I mean,
it's not.
I think he was always a really good character, but then like all of a sudden he became a badass character.
Yeah,
which is what I really liked about him. But that's just me. So
it was an interesting world. It was the world
I agree
they were
with
in
C
was.
tier. I think C tier was a good one.
We'll start there. We'll see what else
I've
we put in
rewatched
C
it a
tier.
couple. I've rewatched it a couple times. So
we'll see what else we put in C tier and we can compare it to them. We can always make adjustments.
Bo Furry from I'm scared of getting hurt, so I maxed out my defense.
I like this one. I think this one's funny. I like
put this one in bad tier actually.
Really, I thought this one was cool. I
what would you rank it as?
I mean, it's not going to be near the top. I'd say okay. I mean, I thought it was interesting. It's just a weird.
So between a D and an E tier. See, my thing is that I feel like they could have explored a lot more like dangerous places.
Is it ended or is it just the end of the first season?
I have no idea. I did not finish it.
You didn't?
I watched like episode 10 and I'm just like I'm so fucking tired of this. So
for me, it's an okay tier. I think
I would put it in bad tier. I just don't think it's okay because like if it was okay, I would have at least finished it.
I don't know. I think there's trash tier ones you quit after 2 or 3 episodes.
I agree with you. Well, like trash tier ones hold my fucking attention because they're just absolute dumpster fires. But I would put this one.
There's a thin line between trash and god tier.
Like trash tiers are basically god tiers, but in the opposite direction.
You watch them all just so you can laugh at the entire thing.
Bro, this M1's not working. Oh god.
It was working perfectly for Dark Souls.
Oh god. Oh god, no. Oh, there it is.
There it went. Okay.
So, bad tier or okay? I'll give you the final say. Since I gave the final say for our
I think okay. I'm going to put that one okay.
We'll move it up to okay.
I finished that one.
We'll move it up to okay. So, the next one is Death March to a Parallel World Rhapsody.
I've only watched half of it so far. I think it's good.
I would actually put it in the excellent tier myself. I think it's really good.
You finished it, so
yes, I have.
You'll get the final say on this one.
I think it was really good. I think its strengths lie in the fact that it was made before like isekai took off.
Is it that old?
It's made back in 2014, 2015. If I remember correctly.
Is that really before Isekai? I mean,
Yeah, that's before but like that's before like Isekai became big.
Well, okay.
It was right at the start boom of Isekai, which really changed its landscape, and I think at the time when it came out, it was really good. It also has a really like knowledgeable hero. Like he's not terrible because he's a normie. He's a fucking programmer that got sent into his own game, and then just happens to kill the dragon god, and like just because he's just fucking around. Which is understandable because, like, I would have fucked around too.
I mean, so from what I've seen, it's at least good tier.
Yeah,
I will.
I would put it in
okay,
excellent tier myself.
I think it's at least good tier to me. Yeah, so excellent's fine. We gotta have M1 problems every time we select a new one. What we got next?
Demon Lord Retry.
I don't know that much about this one.
So this one is about the dude who gets reincarnated into his game, but it's not his game per se because he gets reincarnated as his character in a game into basically what the fuck another game is. The capital city's named Yahoo, which shows the creativity of this game. They have one of the high tier elites is named Shrimp Fry Butterfly.
I like it.
And personally, I'd put this in demigod tier just because of how outrageous this is.
I like the names. I like all of it so
the
far.
names had me hooked. The plot line is your standard like harem trope, but he's just trying to build a city, and like all these bitches be going on he's like, I don't care about you. I'm not an old man, because he looks like an old man. And I'm a rockin' dude in his 20s, but the issue is he looks like he's in his 40s.
Okay.
So I think it's a demigod tier.
Okay, that's
at
fine.
the very
I've only
least.
seen a couple episodes of this one.
You need to watch it. It's hilarious. I will make you watch that later.
It's fine. We can watch something after we do another episode after this if you want.
We'll do the other 2 episodes tomorrow.
M1 problems again, guys. We're fighting through some things here.
I'm fighting for my fucking life, man.
Oh my god.
I told you my mouse one was fucked up.
Just see if you can like click it really fast and get it unstuck. That might be the solution.
That's not the no.
It's in. It's permanent. That's where it's going.
No, it doesn't deserve
okay,
it.
so this next one
is
it's at least demigod tier.
God tier. The devil is a part-timer. Is one of the premier isekais of all time because it's not your standard. I go to a different world. Nah, the Demon King comes here. And it's fucking hilarious because the hero follows him out any powers, basically. And it's just the funniest thing because he gets to work at a McDonald's and he tries to work his way up. God tier. Absolute, one of the 2 on here I would classify as God tier.
There's only 2 on here for you?
Yes. There's only 2 God tier ones on here. That
I have 2, but I know my other one isn't going to be yours.
No. But I would put this on a God tier level.
I mean, it's hilarious. I love it.
It is the premier isekai along with my other one. In my opinion. Like, every isekai needs to follow, like, his fucking way. Ma'ao.
Do a quick rapid click and then see if it unsticks again.
That's not the issue with it. It's just not fucking... It just releases it. Oh, it's worked. Oh no, I can't do that. I can't do that to you. Okay, so I'm using like the full length of my fucking like.
For pure nostalgia reasons, this next one has got to be at least demigod tier.
Nope.
I love Digimon.
Nope.
No. Digimon is at least demigod.
Trash tier.
Fuck you.
Trash tier. Because the only good things that came out of Digimon were the movies, and that's because their soundtracks were absolute fire.
Dude, Digimon the show was outstanding.
Was absolutely dumb.
It was outstanding.
trash.
I love the Digimon show.
It was so bad. It was good. It was
No.
you know that thin line we're talking about between trash tier and god tier?
That's not god tier, it's demigod tier. I will give you excellent, but it better.
Bro,
You better
I would put it
tier.
in trash tier.
No,
because
it
really goes
tier.
in that line between trash tier and god tier.
Digimon
because it's
is
so
amazing.
bad that it's fucking amazing.
I would rather watch Digimon than any of the new Pokemon series.
Bro, I mean like I'd rather watch the original Pokemon than any Digimon series. Digimon was absolute dog shit. The only good Digimon that they had was Digimon Frontier, the train one.
Digimon Frontier was good.
See, that's the only one I would classify as a demigod tier. The rest of them, I would not put in demigod tier at all. I wouldn't put it anywhere close to like bad. I'd put it in like bad or trash tier. I would put it in trash tier.
I will let you put it in good, but good is as low as I will let you put it.
I will.
No.
I will.
That's good is
I
as
will.
low as
Okay,
I will let you put
I
it.
will let you go up to okay tier.
No, it's good.
Okay tier's the highest that I can go. I cannot.
I have
agree
come
with
down
you.
from demigod tier. It's got to go in at least
It's
good.
not. See, if we were counting the movies, which we aren't, I would put it in demigod tier. But because the movies had such fire soundtracks, and the movies were all good. But the issue is, it's not that good of a series.
The evolutions of the Digimon are awesome.
Bro.
You go from a fucking little dinosaur to a big, gigantic T-Rex with robot arms and guns.
That's why it's so bad it's good. That's why you know that thin line between God tier and trash tier?
It is amazing.
It really walked that the trash tier.
It is good. I will fucking change this tier list and put it in good.
Oh, my bad.
Yes. Okay. I will. No. Drag it back up there. It's got to go at least there. We're leaving it there.
No. It needs to go. I will actually go up one more with Digimon. It'll go in
For
the
what
excellent.
reason?
Because it's so bad that it's good.
I'm fine with that as long as it gets put up
So, did you watch Drifters? It's made by the same people who made Hellsing.
I have. It's been a while.
I would actually put this in bad tier. Because
I don't remember much.
I just don't think there was a lot that ended up happening in that show. It was just like, yes, I'm psychotic, and now I'm in a new world where I can. I think it came out in 2016.
I think I just watched it a couple years ago, and I remember like nothing of it, which I think shows how little of an impact it made on me.
It really. I thought.
I don't remember much.
I was really disappointed in it because I heard it was from the same makers of Hellsing.
Hellsing was good,
and it just didn't live up to the hype. So I would put it in bad tier.
Yeah. I mean, I at least watched all of it, so it's not trash.
Hey, that's two in a row.
Trash.
That's 2 in a row.
2 in a row for what?
Me moving them up. Me moving them up on the first time.
Oh.
Alright, so Gate, I would put this in the demigod tier. I think it is also...
Do we have anything in demigod yet?
Yes.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
The fucking Demon Lord retry.
Yeah.
I really wouldn't rank it in demigod tier. I'd put it in excellent tier, but that's just me.
What
Demon Lord retry. I'd put it in excellent tier personally, but that's just me.
No, I didn't watch that one. That's the one I let you make the decision on.
Well, you like the names. That's why I moved it up in
excellent
tier.
The names were hilarious.
Gate is actually the most hyper-realistic, I think, out of all of them. If like a gate were to ever open up, I think it's the most realistic thing that would end up happening. I think it was actually a highly anticipated show for me. I go back and watch it all the time just because it's that good. I would put it in demigods here.
I've only watched it once so far because you and Ace just told me about it a while ago.
What did you think of it?
I thought it was really interesting. I really enjoyed the plot. It was
also the waifus are adorable.
Yes, I will admit it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll agree with demigods here. I like it.
I think it's our true demigods here.
Yeah.
I think it's the true demigod tier, and it's close to God tier.
Is there gonna be a second season?
The second season's already out.
Is it already out?
It should have finished up. It
should have finished up. The first one.
Well, it came out when Wiseman's grandchild. Have you watched that one?
That's one of the other two. There's 3 on this list that I have seen none of, and that's the second one.
I would put this one in the bad tier. Because it's just such awkward, standard, yes, I am overpowered. Hee hee. Ha, ha. I am also really bad at communicating my overpoweredness to my friends. Hee hee. I'm just really OP. Watch me send out magic from my hands while I know how to also swing a sword.
Please tell me the character talks like that, because that.
No, he doesn't. But he's basically just as annoying. The way he talks is just as annoying as that. Now, Grimgar Fantasy of Ashes and Illusions. I would put that. I would put that in excellent tier. Because I think it's the most realistic thing of if you were to get isekai'd. That is the most realistic thing that would happen. And also, I love that they killed off their main party leader in the first couple episodes when they really started forming their party identity. Because that really showed that it was so easy to lose your life.
Yeah.
When you get isekai. And that's really a rare thing to see in an isekai. I think that they put together a really good showing for that. I'd put it in excellent tier. I think it'd be borderline demigod tier, personally. just because it's that good.
I don't agree. Borderline demigod tier, yes. But I'll wholeheartedly agree with excellent tier. It was like you said, it's very realistic in what would actually happen if you get isekai into a world like that.
Yeah.
And how they describe it, and I like the characters.
I really enjoyed the characters. I really enjoyed the character development too between the person that ended up joining
their
the party.
relationships and everything.
Yeah,
How they formed
I like how
relationships
everyone
and how they
like.
progressed. Yeah.
Yep, I really liked it. Inuyasha, what would you?
I have mixed feelings about this.
I simply put, just saying this, because this is my personal opinion. Think it should go in trash tier. Unpopular opinion, but Inuyasha was an absolute dog fuck up of a show.
It is not. It is definitely below good. It is.
It.
I didn't even finish watching it.
I barely. The only reason I finished watching it was because it was on when it finished airing in the U.S. because it was on fucking Toonami. That's the only reason I watched it. And it even hold my attention. It was like one of those shows where I'd go out and get food and then come back and after I finished eating.
I don't know if it's trash.
That's why I put it in trash tier.
It's not one of those ones that's comically bad.
See, like,
it's
the
not,
storyline's
like,
good.
Exactly.
The storyline could have been good. It just had so many bad moments it didn't make it memorable. The only thing I remember is Naraku having a bunch of fucking insects and the pervert guy having wind tunnel that sucks shit into his fucking hand.
I feel like there's not one single episode that has something super interesting happen that makes you
There's
stick
no
around
standout. There was nothing that really stood out to me. It was just like standard.
Every anime
so bad
that we have put on this, I'll say bad. I don't want to say trash because it's not comically awful.
Konosuba. I'll let you make the choice on this. You're not gonna get the choice, but like I want you to make the first. Like, give me your judgment first.
I mean, I liked it. It was
What tier would you rank it?
Good or excellent?
I'd rank it as God tier.
Really?
Yes, really, because it is single-handedly the greatest anime that I've seen in Japanese or English dub for their voice actors. I think that it is
okay. Well, that aspect, yeah, the
voice acting. So
how
how they actually did the voice acting was completely different from normal anime. Normal anime, they're just reading off the script in a separate room away from everyone else.
Yeah,
those old voice actors were all in the same room
yeah.
talking, so the reactions to each other were actually on point, and it was the funniest thing. Also, I love Kazuma as a character. He is one of my favorite characters of all time because of the fact that he's like I am the true gender equality, but like he'll sit there and have his pervert moments where he stole the girl's fan. He's like,
yeah, I mean,
like it has so many funny moments, and
I just didn't think the plot was super.
The plot it wasn't about to be about the plot. It was never meant because it was meant to show off how useless Aqua and his fucking party is, but somehow he's still able to defeat the Demon King's minions somehow, some way, bluffing through magic. Some way, I would put it in God tier.
Sounds like any D&D wizard.
Because he has an absolute shit tier party compared to the rest of them. He doesn't have good stats.
No.
He learns how to do everything basically on his fucking own, and that's why I would put it in God tier.
His party can't do anything.
Yeah, his party's just singularly fucking useless, and it's like the funniest thing.
Okay,
I would put it in God tier. That is the other one that I would consider God tier.
There's one more coming up that I will I want to be in the God tier. And I know we'll have an argument over it.
Oh, I already know which one you're talking about.
Yep. We will have a long argument like we did about
Log
Digimon.
Horizon.
It's... Oh... I'm surprised you don't want to put this one in God tier.
I would put it in Demigod tier, actually.
Okay, okay. I was surprised you wouldn't want to put that one in God tier.
I would put it in Demigod tier.
What keeps it out of God tier for you?
Development.
There's not... or story?
It's just too much world building. There's a lot of world.
I like world building.
I really like the fact that they dealt a lot with world building and with first world problems. But I felt like there wasn't a lot of like the isekai enjoyable aspects of it nearly as much as they were trying to do like world building, character development. It just
lacked. Mean like the fantasy just.
It lacked a lot of it.
Adventure.
It just made made your awkward fantasy just like humane and mundane. So I wouldn't. I did enjoy it. I wouldn't. I'd put it in excellent tier. I think excellent's a lot better.
If it's demigod, it's like low demigod. but it's a like a solid.
I'd say it's a
tier.
solid. I'd say it's a solid like 7 or 8 out of 10. So I'd say excellent.
Yeah, we probably should have put numbers on there, like we said before.
That's fine. We got letters. They'll figure it out.
So like excellent. So let's quantify this. Excellent would be like a 7 or 8, and Demigod would be a 9, while God tier is like a 10.
10 out of 10 banger every single time. I can rewatch it anytime and still die from laughter, or just be completely immersed in the show. Trash tier, absolute dog shit. Like you watch this for the dumpster fire that is. You watch this dumpster fire for a reason. Like
it's
you
a negative 10 out of 10. It's
all right. So next one is Mushoku Tanzai. Jobless Reincarnation, which I would put in the okay tier, personally. I know you haven't watched it.
This is the other one I haven't. This is like the final one I haven't watched, I believe.
So, this one is actually pretty decent. It shows a person who gets reborn, but he's reborn from birth, so he retains all his memories.
Okay.
So he's sitting there trying to figure out, he's like, yo, what the fuck's going on when he's born? And I thought that was really interesting, but outside of that, the show didn't really evolve as far as I would hope. I thought it would be a lot better than it was, and I'm hoping season 2, which is coming out soon, will actually pick up a lot and be able to do it. They did a lot of world building, so I hope it will pick up a lot and then be able to be like, yeah, we are finally good. But I would put it in okay tier.
Okay, that's fine with me, because I've only seen 1 or 2 episodes. It didn't interest me too much.
Yeah.
So
My Next Life is a Villainous. Did you watch that one?
Yeah, I have. It's been a few months since I finished it now.
I would put it in trash tier.
It was very bad.
It was so bad that I was dying from laughter.
I was just kind of laughing through each episode because of weird shit that was happening.
Exactly.
Like,
it was just so fucking bad that I was interested in it.
I couldn't follow a single thing that was happening.
I don't remember the storyline.
I don't even know what the storyline was in the show.
I don't remember the storyline, but I just remember laughing at it all the time because it was so bad.
Trash tier. It's not good.
No game, no life.
It's at least excellent. I really
Demigod
enjoyed this
tier.
show. Okay,
Demigod
I'm fine with that. I was saying at least excellent.
I think that No Game No Life is one of the most solid shows out of all of them, because honestly, I love Sora and his little sister. Forget her fucking name to save my life, and it's bugging the shit out of me. It was the same one for White. Shiro.
White.
It's Shiro. That's her name. Shiro.
Oh, okay.
Sora and Shiro. Yeah, that's literally Japanese word for white.
Oh, I thought you were naming another character. I was like,
no, her name. It's the Japanese name for white.
Okay, now.
So Shiro and Sora.
Yeah.
Obviously, 2 of my favorite characters. Plus, I love their antics that they get up to.
Yeah,
and everything.
Their sibling relationship is great.
Where's our season 2? That's the only issue I have.
Isn't it supposed to be coming out soon?
No. They've never announced. That aired in 2012.
I swear I saw something.
And it has so much support for people to get a season 2, and it still hasn't dropped one yet.
I swear I thought I saw something.
No. I'm so disappointed with it. I want a season 2 so
I mean, it's great.
I would put it in Demigod's here.
I loved it.
I think it was absolutely phenomenal. Not to summon a demon lord. I want to hear your opinion first. Before I give...
I'm kind of all over the place on this one. It's,
trash tier. Because it's such a good dumpster fire that it actually just keeps me entertained. That I had to come back for the new season just to watch an even bigger dumpster fire.
I was going to say bad just because there are some episodes that were...
bad.
Decent. They were...
It was absolute dumpster fire. Don't even fool yourself.
I mean, that's just how I thought. I feel like there was some episodes that had some redeeming qualities. But for the most part, I was just watching it like, what the hell is going on? And
I can't remember a decent episode that it had. I just remember, like... it
laughing through the whole thing?
Yeah, because it's just so over the top that it'd be trash. So I would rank it in trash tier.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Like I said, most of it was trash. I just feel like it had some... There was...
God,
you can't put that one there. You will anger a lot of people if you put that there.
Alright, so obviously the next one is Overlord.
It's at least Demigod. I'm surprised... This was I kind of thought about making this one of my god tier ones. Overlord is good.
Overlord is good. I agree with you. I think it's one of the best isekais to date.
It has
it's so long too. You got so many seasons.
Yeah.
It's caught up to all the light novels. They're just waiting for the new light novels to drop. And it follows a storyline perfectly. And I think the last season also really showed how big that the Tomb of Nazarick really is.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
it really shows
You
how
didn't really
giant.
get like a good depth of that until that final episode, and it was like,
If you
holy
read the light
shit.
novels, they actually give like a dimension-wise how big the floor is.
Really, what is it? Like,
It's-
just roundabout from what you can remember.
It's basically the size that it's on that hill is not conducive to how big Nazarick is. Nazarick's about the same size as like 4 or 5 cities on each floor.
Shit.
Each
On
floor
Yeah, each floor, yeah.
is just about the size of 4 or 5 cities, and there's
That's
13 floors of them.
What would keep that out of God tier for you? Why would you not give that one God tier? Because to me, that's somewhere on the board. That's borderline.
I would say it's borderline, but the reason what really separates it is the fact that there's a lot of repetitive like just
Yeah.
there's no opponent for him really. The
Yeah.
only opponent is his own mind.
Okay.
His own demons stop him from making a lot of moves that he could have made.
Yeah, that's true.
That's my only issue with it. I wish he would be more. He's learning to be more assertive, and that's great. I'm happy. The last season made me really fucking happy because he finally put his mark on the world.
Yeah, that's true.
But
he
it took so long, and he was trying to meander his way through it for so long. I understand why he's doing it, but like I feel like for his ultimate goal would have been better if he were to just be like, yeah, I'm just straight out doing this rather than wasting all this extra time.
I don't know.
I think he does.
I kind of view it as character progression, but
Uh,
I do agree that it took a little too long.
yeah, that's my only thing that would put me.
They could have come to the conclusion sooner.
I think that's what took me. Also, they started focusing on a lot. I think they could focus a lot on the other characters from the Tomb of
The
Nazarick.
other characters have a lot. There's a lot they could explore.
There's a
with them.
lot depth to the Tomb of Nazarick that I want to explore.
There's a lot. There's a lot they should do.
And also,
Okay.
they've left open a lot of stuff for like that you can sit there and extrapolate on.
I like that. I like when shows.
I
leave
do like
open-ended.
that, but I also feel like they've waited too long to like they've put a lot of this stuff up in the air. They left it
Yeah.
up in the air for a
You
lot too
don't
long.
want too much stuff left open. You want to leave a couple.
That's
things.
what I'd say being demigods
Okay,
here.
I agree. I like the discussion.
Problem children are coming from another world, aren't they? Know where I would put this? Good
Part of
tier.
me wants to say. Oh, I was actually gonna say trash because I couldn't remember.
It honestly, it wasn't bad. It just was you had one overpowered person, and he basically carried the show. He got scoliosis from carrying the show. Like that's just facts.
So you're saying good?
I would say good. It was actually a decent show. I really liked this couple of the characters. There's one character I really didn't like, and I think like it had an interesting idea, and its concept was really good. It's just they kind of they didn't get a. I feel like if there was a season 2, I'd be able to rate it higher, but without a season 2, I can't really rate it higher.
So you're saying it'd be like a 5 or a 6 out
Yeah.
of 10.
Exactly. I put it in good. I put it in good/okay tier.
To me, it's okay. I'm thinking like it's a 4 out of 10, maybe a
Oh,
4.5.
okay. Oh, we'll put it up there then. Where did it go?
It's right. Wait, where did it go?
It went in the bad tier.
Okay.
Blessings of Ragnar. The Battle of Ragnarok. Blessings divine her. I would put this in trash tier because it was really fucking bad. Oh, no, I wouldn't even put it in trash tier. Actually, I put it in bad tier because like I don't even remember a lot of it. I just remember this dude would run into this fucking cave because it was the only place he could signal to talk to his girlfriend that was
Did
on
it
Earth.
even have anything to actually do with Norse mythology and
A
Ragnarok?
couple stuff, yeah. Yeah,
I
it
feel
did.
like I don't remember
It
much
did.
about
It just wasn't
actual-
really good. But it wasn't such a dumpster fire.
It wasn't dumpster fire. That was just like comical to watch. It was.
It was
It had
just
like like a 1 or 2.
I put it in
interesting
bad
moments.
tier, yeah.
I agree with bad tier.
bad tier.
Yeah.
All right, so
We're
this
gonna
one.
make some people mad if we don't put ReZero somewhere high, because that is.
Now listen here. I'm going to piss off the entire ReZero fan base.
Oh god.
Trash tier. Absolute dog shit.
Are we talking through all the different iterations?
I'm
of
talking about
ReZero?
everything. Dog shit. I hate Subaru as a character. He's a god shit character. And it's not even a dumpster fire to fucking watch. It's just bad. Because I hate the fact that, bro, you can die and come back. I understand you suffer pain. But you have a mental collapse in front of fucking everyone. In the middle of, like, your girlfriend's, like, biggest show. She still won't give you her shit. Because of the fact you're such a fucking dumbass motherfucker. And the only reason you're chasing her when you have a beautiful maid next to you named Rem. Because Rem is life. Or Beatrice. Fuck's sake for all the lolly sick fucks out there. God.
Let's not get into that topic.
But, like...
That might be YouTube banned right there.
Listen, the only appeal that came out of that show was in season 2 when they brought in Echidna, and she was the only waifu on that goddamn show worth a thing. Echidna's the only waifu worth anything. I said it.
My main problem with this show is that there's so much to it.
It's just too much to eat all at the same time.
In the ass.
And they don't I understand not explaining things for a couple episodes, but like
They don't explain things for like seasons.
I don't want to like sit there and learn about this.
There's like some things that don't get explained for whole series until you go to like the next one.
I'm just like, this is so bad.
I don't think I've ever watched
bad tier.
Huh?
Bad tier. It's not even bad enough to be put in trash tier.
You think it's just?
I think it's just bad.
Okay, so we're gonna say it's on the same level as Inuyasha.
Yes. I think it's worse than Inuyasha. I think it's on the same level of Blessings or Ragnarok and the Einhar.
So you're saying Inuyasha slightly above them?
Yeah, I don't even remember Inuyasha really that much, but like it did not put as bad of a taste in my mouth as watching ReZero.
I will agree with bad tier. I won't put it in trash tier.
Because trash tier would need to be a dumpster fire like this next one called SAO.
No, fuck you. This
trash
is my God
tier.
No.
Because it is an absolute dumpster fire of a fucking game.
The first season and the last.
The first season was absolute dog shit.
It wasn't when it came out.
Gun Gale Online was the best season.
Gun Gale was interesting.
I will say that I would, if we're counting Alicization, I would rank it an excellent to demigod tier. With Alicization, if we're including that.
I'm including all seasons.
So I would rank it an excellent to demigod tier because of Alicization, though. Anything before that is trash tier. Except for Gun Gale. Gun Gale was excellent.
I am purely ranking it off when it came out compared to other isekais as it came out. So like
no, I'm not gonna compare it to even that because it's one of the original.
Exactly. So
I will give it that, but I wouldn't.
It's hard to hold it to the standards of the ones that came after.
I think it made a lot more sense in Alicization. They brought out the realisticness, and they brought out the simplicity that I wanted from it. Alicization fixed everything wrong with SAO.
I've only finished the first arc of Alicization.
Alicization fixed everything wrong with SAO. It fixed everything wrong with SAO.
I do agree.
Alicization made it. Alicization, I would actually put in God tier. But because the first fucking, 4 seasons were absolute dog shit of a fucking dumpster fire, that I would put it in excellent. Aincrad was absolute dog shit. It was so bad. It was as bad as the fucking Yui arc, the Cancer Girl.
Yui arc. Oh, that was terrible.
Cancer Girl was fucking dog shit too.
That was just a side arc. That was...
Bro, I don't... listen, guys. I understand. It's sad when someone gets AIDS, but, I don't care about it. I'm a horrible person.
Fairy arc, because I don't like the fairy world.
I think Gun Gale was its only good arc.
Aincrad and Gun Gale, and then Alicization.
I think Alicization and Gun Gale saved it.
Aincrad
I would put it in excellent
tier. I don't give a damn what you say.
Excellent tier.
That is a god tier show.
That is what I would put it in.
I have watched it multiple times.
Excellent.
That is a great show.
So we'll go in between. We'll put it in demigod. Because I say excellent, you say God, so demigod makes sense. It's in between both of them.
I would like to state that I believe it's in God tier, but I will let him.
I would like to state that it's an excellent tier, but we already figured that fucking out. Where did it go?
Where did it go?
Did it just automatically go to trash tier?
Where the hell did it go?
Oh, it's not there. It's not there. Oh, there it is.
Why did it go all the way down there?
It wanted to be in B tier.
Shut up. Is that Shield Hero?
Yes, this is Rising of Shield Hero. So, what would you rank this?
I really like Shield Hero. I think it's at least excellent tier to me.
I put it in demigod tier, actually. Okay. I think Shield Hero is one of the premier isekais to watch, too. Along with Overlord. Because of the fact that there's very few shows that really give you a villain that you just hate to her guts. No one likes her. And Shield Hero did that for me. And for a lot of other people. They knew how to make a villain unlikable. And I really appreciate that they also went out of the way for him to discover like how to work everything, but it's not too slow. He's still able to figure everything out, and he gets an amazing power up. He doesn't force things because he's had trash things happen to him. He doesn't try to still be a trash person. He's just rough around the edges because of it, and it makes sense. That's PTSD showing its work, and I respect it. I'd put it in demigod tier.
I'll agree with Demigod. I think it's a great show. I love all the characters.
Yeah.
I love his character. I like the idea of using a shield as a weapon. Where'd it go? Oh, trash tier. Wait, no, we had two in trash tier before, didn't we?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So next one's my reincarnation as a slime,
Oh, yeah,
or I
that's-
reincarnated as a slime. Really good. I would put it in good tier actually though, because
to me, it's between excellent and demigod. Maybe 7.5.
the
or 8 out of 10,
reason why
excellent to me.
reason why I would say it's good tier is because of the fact that the first season took too long on him
First
world
season's
building.
slow.
I think the second season really pulled my interest once he was able to become a demon lord for realsies.
The second season is much better.
That's what really
I
I think that's what would bump it up to excellent tier for me. I think before that it was between good and excellent. I'm waiting to see how the third season's going to play out. I think the third season will be really good.
I love the first 10 minutes of the show, specifically the first like 3, when he asks the guy to wipe his hard drive
Thank you,
and then he
senpai.
just drops it into the bathtub.
The bathtub
But
full of
then,
water,
after
but
that-
not like that wipe so hard.
Yeah, that doesn't do shit to your hard drive if you want to know. It'll mess up your computer, but your hard drive's gonna be completely fine if someone wants to go through it.
Right.
But I will say, I love that the first 5 minutes after he dies is just him gaining random skills. Skill.
Yep. I
It's like-
would put it in
And
excellent.
it's just like, what the fuck is going
I
on?
can agree to excellent tier for it.
To me, I'd say it's like a 7.5 out of 10. So it's like.
See, the issue with it is it started
so I
getting
guess
good at
that's
the
excellent,
end.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'd say it started getting good after like he became a demon lord. That really got me hyped up
I
for
think
it.
mid season 2 to the end
Was
could
absolutely.
be demigod.
I
tier.
think that was demigods here. I don't think it could be. I think it was.
but
But the issue
if we're
was it would
including the whole thing.
if it was like a whole season and another half a season get up to that point.
Yeah.
I think that just goes in excellent.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
And I really like Rimuru as a character. It's just like
I mean, I think most of the characters have been.
in another world with my smartphone.
This
What
was a. I don't even.
This was an absolute dumpster fire because all it cared about was waifu collection. Who can
Yeah.
catch them all?
This was one that would go under the harem one when we dig.
I would actually rank it highly in the harems, but like as an isekai, it's an absolute dumpster fire.
Yeah, it
I
wasn't,
wouldn't even say it's like trash tier. It's bad tier because it's the equivalent of Wise Man's Grandchild.
It's a very weird take on a show.
It's literally, hey, look at my cute waifus. That's literally what it
Well,
is.
I
That's
mean,
why I would
it's
put it
just-
in bad tier.
I don't know. You compare it to the rest of the ones up here, and it's very tame compared to all.
Well, that's
the
what I'm
other
saying.
ones
It's
up
like
here.
Wise Man's
Like,
Grandchild, which we put in bad tier.
Yeah.
It's
that's
about the
true.
equivalent. I would rate them the same.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because it's not trash tier, because it's not like comically bad.
No. So I'm a spider, so what? Now, I would put this on the same level as Rimuru, except it's more comedy related. But it really started picking up in the last couple
So
episodes.
you're saying excellent,
I would put it in good so far.
good.
So far.
I'm trying to remember how much of it I've seen. I think I finished. Is there more than one season?
I believe it just dropped its first season last year.
Okay, so there's only one. I
Yeah.
believe I finished it. I mean, it was
It was
It was
good.
decent. I
I just don't think that I'm assuming it's gonna do the same thing that Slime did and pick up a lot at like the mid to end of the second season because they're focusing on world building right
Yeah.
now,
And
which
I
makes
like
sense.
world building.
I like
but
world building a lot, but like I don't like a
you
whole
can't
season of
take
world building.
Too long. World building. There's
There's a finite line for it.
amount of
Overlord
time-
does it perfectly, in my opinion. Overlord has some of the best world building
There's
out
an
of
allotted
any of
amount of
them.
time you need to set for world building, and it should not be more than 2 or 3, maybe 4 or 5 episodes, being how big the world
Well,
is.
it's not even that. Like Overlord does
Or
the world building
as
so.
you go.
Yeah, that's where exactly Overlord took over. Like
And I
they
would
really
say,
did that perfectly.
Like Full Metal
'Cause-
Alchemist does. They talk about each region as it becomes.
relevant.
Yeah. They
But
don't bring up
that's
whole
why
different
I
regions.
like they start focusing on like the local village, Karn Village, which is next to Nazari. then the forest next to them, and they go to the nearest city he ran to. Then they go to the capital. Then it goes over to the the continent next to him after Shell Tier, and they really start expanding a lot in the world. And they start expanding as they're expanding on the world. They're also expanding a lot on the floors of Nazarick, which really gives you that sense of like, yes.
This is my rating on it. So
I put it in good.
For the first like 2/3 of the season, I think it's okay because it's so slow. But that final couple episodes, I would put it in good.
I would put it in good tier.
Like,
I think it.
Like,
I think it's picked up a lot.
Numbers related, like a 5 or 6 out of 10 is good. I'd say by the end of the season, it was a 5.5 out of 10.
I think that it's on. I feel like I would have placed Slime a lot lower but I think it picks up a lot more than on its world building and does a lot. Well, it does Slime, but a little bit faster, which is why I would put it on good tier. Because I would rate Slime for the first season and a half on good tier. It wasn't terrible.
That last part of season
but
that's
what exactly what
takes it over the top.
Yeah, that's exactly where I would put it in excellent tier. But that's why I'm saying this would just be a good tier for me because it hasn't hit that point, but its world building's been a lot faster than Slime.
Counting to the end of the season, I would say it's low rank. It's be a low good tier.
So are we good with good?
Good tier, yeah. So let's run through the list here.
Let's see our god tiers.
Devil is a part-timer and
Konosuba. The two god tiers that I chose, which are undisputably just really good.
Devil's part-timer is amazing.
That's an absolute god tier. Konosuba, it's just one of the greatest isekais, I think. It shows a really, like, your take on your average otaku who would get put into a new world, learning new skills with the most useless party and the funniest engagements, still managing to do his job, and just relying on that, like, high god tier luck that he has.
Yeah.
And it's, like, I also like Konosuba because they show the fact that Cosmo actually dies. But then gets resurrected because Aqua's a goddess.
Yeah.
So, I love the fact that he actually dies in the show. He's not all-powerful. He can die. And that's what really set it apart, I think, for me than a lot of other isekais.
Yeah, there's a lot of isekais where you can die, but there's no penalty.
Yeah, exactly. But his is just like, yes, I actually did die. Holy fuck. And, like, that realization when he did die the first time and met Eris.
Which I would like to throw in that if you die in SAO, you die in real life.
But, you know, it's trash.
No.
It's trash. Absolute god shit. Bro, that game was a dumpster fire.
That was a great show.
It was a dumpster fire. Until Alicization and Gun Gale.
The first season
Demigod
and the third
tier.
season
Demon Lord retry, which I would put in, like, I would put in excellent. And / demigod. The demigod tier is only because like the names are really funny.
The names were hilarious. That's one of the ones I haven't
seen. It's also
I think
it really does also like pick up a lot on like world building too, because he's trying to help out this one guys, and like it doesn't move too slow, but it moves at a good pace. I think it has a really good pace compared to a lot of other ones. Gate, absolute banger of a show. 2 seasons filled my soul with happiness. Like,
I mean, if they keep improving, 3rd season could easily move it into god tier, I think.
I think so too.
If they keep improving and go the way they're going, it could easily be another god tier show.
No Game No Life, if they had a season 2, I would put it in god tier automatically.
I would agree, yeah.
Because No Game No Life is just such a good show. The issue is I've been waiting for too long.
I think we can say the same for Overlord if we see what they do next. And
Overlord makes sense because the issue with the difference between Overlord and No Game No Life's light novels are complete. Overlord's caught up, and that's why they're waiting on making new Overlord ones, because he hasn't released the newest volume 11.
That's what I mean. If we see more,
and that's why I would put it in demigod tier. I want to see how it finishes up. I think it took a long time for world building. I think it moved at the best pace possible for its world building, though. I think that they did it.
Like you said, it did world building right.
Yeah, it was the most perfect. It did the most perfect world building I've ever seen.
It was a little slow at times, but
you have an entire elite tier characters.
Oh yeah.
The voice casting was great. Simply put, like they had so many big names in that voice casting, and it was just a good show. I think it just took Ainz took away from himself from the god tier because of the fact that he just didn't have he was too cautious in my opinion. He's just a little too cautious for my taste. And while I appreciate like his like decision making, there's a lot of the times he just kind of leaves up a lot of those ideas to Demiurge.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
And that's my only thing with it. Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation. When did it get? Did I put that in demigod tier?
That's not right.
I thought it was a good tier.
That got moved. That's not right.
Rip. Well, question us later, but it's in good tier now.
I feel
Okay.
like we're gonna have to go back and rewatch this, and we're gonna see that we put it there for some reason.
I probably explained why, but I feel like it's good tier though. But next one is Rising of a Shield Hero, which is
Definitely deserves
I'm
that
so
spot.
excited for season 2. I think season 2 will bump it up to
Is it
god
coming
tier.
out this year? Or
Yes.
is it gonna be? Is it okay?
It's coming out this season,
It's coming out in the summer, so it's coming out in August or
late August, yeah.
Okay.
Or it's early September, one of the two. So either fall.
okay.
But I'm super excited.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna be great.
I think I've read the light novels for this, and the light novels are absolutely fantastic. It's such a good show because it really shows like how shitty of a character you can make, and then like actually like put it out. Like there's very few ones that you can sit there and be like, yes, this is a character that everyone hates unanimously. Like it's so hard to make a character like that because there's so many
Are you
people.
talking about the main character?
No, I'm talking about mine. The guy
Oh,
that the
okay,
girl that
yeah.
accused him of rape and took
Yeah,
all his
oh,
money and
yeah.
stuff. Like the
her.
universally hated character.
Fuck her.
She got renamed a bitch, which is great. I was dying from laughter, and I love that they actually kept that. And I also think that it makes a lot of sense because he's trying to work with the other heroes, but they're all fucking idiots, and he's just doing
Yeah.
his best to do his job.
For what he can with a shield.
SAO was
We can
saved
leave
by
that one alone.
Alicization.
We can leave that one alone. Let's just move on to the next one.
We discussed SAO enough. Excellent tier. Was that first one Bofurry? Yeah,
I believe
Bofurry.
so.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
looks like Bofurry. So, you rated this one as what? Excellent?
I believe I said X.
I think it's a really innocent show overall, so it wasn't bad per
I
se.
think I said excellent good. I think I said it's.
I think I
there
said
for
it
me.
was good, and then we just moved it up to excellent.
I mean, it is really.
I think I enjoyed the innocence of it. I think it was
Yeah,
a really
It's
hard.
very tame compared to a lot of.
Yeah, I felt like it was a really good like take on it, and like it makes sense that like you start a game and you do one thing, like go in a different way than everyone else expects, and suddenly all of a sudden, bam, okay, this is how this works.
Yeah.
Cool. Digimon, which I don't agree should be an excellent
Nope.
tier.
100%. If not higher,
I don't agree in
I-
the least.
it is.
But-
It deserves that spot 100%. If not the next tier up, but we will. Where it's
The
at,
movies
I
are
will-
god tier. The movies
will-
are god tier.
I
I will
find where it's at.
listen. I'll admit, movies are god tier. They really were.
We will have to do anime movies at some point because.
Oh yeah. All right. So next is Grimgar Fantasy of Ash.
100% deserves that spot.
I do believe
that
it.
was
I think it
fantastic.
was just an excellent show. It really showed a realistic side of isekai, and it really showed a realistic side of the party. I love the interactions between the players, or not the players, but the people.
I love the progression, the relationship progression between all
I
the
really do. I
characters.
think it was so
How their
realistic to
party
show how the
connects
party connects.
and improves their relationship, and as they
It doesn't
continue-
also force like dating relationships.
No,
really.
it doesn't try to force any.
That's
of that.
what I think is, like-
it doesn't try to force romantic relationships.
Like
anywhere,
you
which
ship
is-
you. It gives you the idea to ship certain like couples, but like it doesn't force you into shipping them. It doesn't force the relationship
I
at
don't
all.
like when
It-
animes do that.
I like when
hate
it-
that.
I like the fact that the relationships all naturally progress.
Yeah,
And
They
it makes
seem-
me really
they seem
happy.
fluid. They
Yes.
seem real and dynamic.
Yeah, it really felt like I was watching real people fighting in another world. Like that's what I loved about it.
Yep.
Log Horizon, one of the greatest world building, but
I'm
it
still-
just took so slow.
I'm still surprised that wasn't demigod tier for you, but I do agree. It's very
I
slow.
just think it was too slow.
I do agree.
I would rank it higher than SAO.
Fuck you. SAO is staying where it's at.
I put SAO in trash tier, but that's just me. Except for Alicization, which
You're trash.
I'm just saying. Now, Slime, I agree with where it's at. It's an excellent tier.
Yep.
I think that Season 2 really bumped it up there. Season 2, and I'm really excited for this.
Mid-season 2 and on.
I'm really sorry for
really kicked it
Season
up.
2 Part 2. I'm really excited
Oh
to see
yeah,
how
it's
that's
not
going to
season
take.
3, is it? They're just calling it
Yeah,
part
Season
2.
2 Part 2, blah, blah, blah.
Whatever,
Yeah.
season
It's
3,
Season
whatever
3.
you want.
I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck.
I don't care.
I don't follow the standard.
But yeah, it deserves its spot.
I think it deserved its spot after that because I really was happy when Rimuru decided to do that, and now he's got all his updates. Plus, also now he has Black too, Diablo, whatever you want to
that
call
was
him.
so cool.
I really appreciate
awesome.
the episode, like the couple episodes before where they showed Shizu fighting against Black.
Oh yeah.
And then like all of a sudden Rimuru summons Black, and I'm just like, bro, what? Shizu, you're making your comeback, girl. Man, I just think it's a really good show.
What's our good tier ones here?
Good tiers, Aru Ferretta, from Commonplace to World's Strongest. I think that deserves it. It's getting a second season. I think the second season will pick up a lot more and move it up in the list.
This flies.
So I'm really happy for that. Next one is So I'm a Spider, So What? I think it deserves a spot. It needs a little more time to develop.
I agree. To me, it's very low good tier. For me, I think for the most part it was okay until those last few 4 or 5
I think
episodes.
I think it's moving at a faster pace than Slime, which I enjoy.
Yeah.
But it's also like has more comedic relief than Slime, which I also like a lot.
Well, Slime's a little more serious than So I'm a Spider, So What Is, so...
Yeah, that's why I like it a little bit more.
But Slime still has that comedy, because it's a fucking slime.
Yeah, so Mushoku Tensei Parade is good tier. It's getting a second season.
I really don't remember where we had this one in the beginning.
I think it was in... I want to say it was in good tier. I might have put it...
I feel like we did not put that in demigod tier.
I feel like it was either an excellent, because I really do feel like it was a really good one. There just wasn't a lot.
I don't think we had more than 5 in excellent. I think we had 3 in good.
I think it was in good tier. Which, honestly, this isn't a bad list.
No, I think for the most part our list is...
pretty accurate, except for SAO.
No, fuck you. Except for Digimon.
Digimon needs to be lower, too.
No, they both need to be moved up 1.
So, and... Oh, wait, no, that's, that isn't it. That's Death March to a Parallel World.
Wait, then where's Arfueta?
Bofuri's right there. We mixed up, Death March and Bofuri. Because we put Bofuri in OK tier.
I don't even remember.
Death March was the one we put in excellent tier.
Okay, so then that should be up in
No, we put Death March in excellent tier and Bofuri in OK tier. We did do that.
Okay.
Death March was actually worth excellent tier though because it was really
Death March was good.
It was a really good anime.
Wait, was that one of the ones that's one.
Yeah, that's one of the ones you watched. Yeah. It was a really good one. You had a good cast of waifus. It wasn't too terribly tame. It kept with its fantasy aspect, and also like I just love that beginning where he just awkwardly drops one of the bombs that he gets and kills like a dragon god.
Yeah.
And it's just like the funniest thing because then he just levels up. He's like, oh, fuck. I shouldn't have done that. Probably. Like I just love that reaction from him from just being like, oh shit, this was not what I was supposed to do.
It's a great reaction. What are you talking about?
And I just love that he just like, but that's exactly what I would do if like I looked at it and I'm like, these are the 2 patches I was talking about. What the fuck? You know what? Fuck it. Let's find out what this does. Drops it.
Fuck it. Just chuck
boom. Kills a god. I was dead. But
okay, so we got one out of order there. What's our next one in there?
Next one is actually D tier, which is Bofuri, which I think is placed where it should be. It's just because it was really vanilla. It was really light, refreshing, but I don't think it was good.
I like how we just like justified our reasoning for it to be an excellent, and now it's an okay.
Listen. I was just questioning like in my mind, like I guess we put it up there because of you, because I would have thought it was okay, but like I also was just like, maybe we did put it in excellent. It wasn't bad. I
actually thought we did have it higher. Now that we say it, but
I don't think so. No, because it was just too. It was light and refreshing. That's all that really was for me.
Like we said, it's tame. It's very vanilla.
Yeah.
Okay, what's our next?
Problem children are coming from another world, aren't
That's
they?
one of the ones I haven't seen.
So I think that deserves it. I think if it got a season 2, it could move up. But it's just like there's not a lot that they gave to us.
Yeah.
Next one is Drifters.
That's one I put there because wasn't very memorable for me.
I don't think that I really like the craziness that the main character gives, but I just feel like that it was.
That's one that
it wasn't like it didn't.
I
wasn't as outspoken.
I could see that possibly moving down a tier.
I just don't think it held my attention nearly as much as Alucard did. Like Alucard's just such a god tier like character that it just like once they came out with the other guy, I don't even remember his name. I just
No,
remember.
I don't remember.
Like, that's really, I don't remember a lot about that show, and I watched it a couple times, so it just shows that it wasn't, I don't remember it being bad, I just remember it being okay. Alright, bad tier. Wise Man's Grandchild, which I think is fully deserved, just because I can't,
That's one of the other ones I haven't seen yet.
like, it's just, he's so standard. Like, he's your Kirito wannabe without a sword, but with with a sword and magic, and then, like, he's just, like, so overpowered, it's not even like they make it, like, he's so ridiculously overpowered, like, it's funny. No, they try to keep this, if they didn't try to keep the serious aspect, I think it would have been a lot funnier. But it's just, like, they didn't keep that aspect at all.
Yeah. So,
like,
Inuyasha's one.
I
think it's so bad
I don't think
it doesn't deserve trash. It's like it's actually just a bad show.
I don't think it's that bad of a show. I just don't think it's okay. I don't think it deserves to be. I don't think it's so bad it deserves to be in trash tier.
No, because
I just think it's just bad.
It's just a bad show.
Yeah, I just don't.
I don't know how the
I
manga
didn't vibe
is or
with
anything,
it.
But
I just didn't vibe with it. I just felt like it. I understand it had a lot of seasons. A lot of people liked it.
it's a very It's a very hate
It's
or
a
like
very
show.
It's a very niche show.
There's certain people who stand by it and love it, and then other people are just don't like it.
I also feel like I don't remember enough for Inuyasha to really care.
That's also true. It's been a long time since I've even watched it, and I
Blessings,
can't remember anything about it.
And the next one is Blessings of Ragnarok and Einhar, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, that's just
that definitely belongs there, because all I remember is this dude running like every full moon to go like get a booty call from his girlfriend in the human world. That's really the only thing I remember.
I wish it had more actual mythology, Norse mythology aspects in it.
Yeah, ReZero definitely deserves bad tier.
I feel like
if
this gets some good views, we're gonna get some trash thrown at us for that.
Throw me your shade, guys. I want to hear it. I want to see where you guys would put ReZero, and I'm gonna tell you specifically that you're wrong.
There are so many people in the world who would rate that as a god tier show.
It's not.
We have just like thrown
Listen,
it in the dumpster.
Echidna's the only waifu, but she's like, she didn't come into the second one and she's barely there. Like, I'm sorry, guys. She's just bad. I don't care. He's a trash character. He's fucking annoying. And the other characters are barely likable.
Yeah.
Amelia's a fucking cunt. I want to kick her in the vagina anytime I see her pop up on my screen. Sorry. Just how it be.
Just how it be.
And in another world, my smartphone is in the bad tier for the same reason as Wise Man's Grandchild. He's just a standard...
It's just plain...
bad, plain, vanilla, awkward.
It's not interesting, weird show.
He has nothing special about him. That's what's annoying.
And then we have our dumpster fires.
The dumpster fire. My new life as a villainess.
Would you just stand there to watch burn and enjoy?
Bro, my next life as a villainess. The season 2 is dropping right now. And it's still just as bad as the first season. And I love it. I'm eating it up. I love it. Like, as bad as it is, I enjoy it so much because it's so bad. That's why it's trash tier. It really does walk that line perfectly between trash tier and god tier. For me. It really walks that line and then does a lot of the belly plops into trash tier.
And what's our last show we got?
How to Not Summon a Demon Lord. Definitely a dumpster fire of a show, and I loved it. Because, you know, nothing's more entertaining than watching big boobies jiggle while she's eating a fucking sausage. Holding a fork and a knife in each hand like this. Like, oh, I love sausage, guys!
Now you're just describing Food Wars.
No, that's how she does it. I can show you that entire, like, episode where she's like, I love eating sausage, guys! It's hilarious.
That's literally like every cooking scene in Food Wars.
Bro, that dumpster fire is god tier. I love it. Best dumpster fire I've seen yet. I am so happy for it. But that is our anime tier list, guys. Congrats. You sat through it. It actually took a full podcast episode.
That'll make a podcast episode.
Alright,
so
guys.
Only 26 episodes.
Guess what? Podcast episode 10 just dropped. This is number 10, guys. We didn't even know.
We didn't even
you
know.
didn't even know.
We
We thought it was going to take like 30 minutes. So, Well, we did talk a lot about the shows too.
I wonder
so
which
I
one
will
took
give
the
it
most
that.
time. I think we spent the most time arguing about Digimon and SAO. Like 100%.
No, I think ReZero we spent the most time because we were both unanimously hating on
Yeah,
it.
we were both just trashing ReZero.
I feel like we spent a good amount of time on each of them, though. They definitely to highlight their qualities.
Slime
and, like,
took some time.
Slime...
And Overlord, we talked a lot about Overlord.
Yeah. But it was definitely a good... I feel like we did.
There were some shows that we just kind of
I feel like we made a really good tier list, though.
I agree with it. Except for 2 shows.
What 2?
The ones that need to be moved up one.
The ones that need to be moved down?
No, fuck you.
The trash
Fuck you.
tier?
Fuck you.
To bad
No.
tier? Alright.
I need Ace's opinion.
Yo,
on
guys, we'll see you guys next time. It's your boy, Demi, Young God of Calamity, Tom Bombadillo. Go follow us, like the channel, follow us on YouTube. Also do other things. You know, you can always just slap your TV after you're done watching this. If you disagree, throw up a comment. I'll gladly prove you wrong. I'm a god, it's what I do. 5 cents and I'll prove you wrong, as a matter of fact. Because, you know, that's how us God of Calamities do.
Put your Venmo in there, see if anyone sends you 5 cents.
Yeah, Venmo me, come on. Cash at me. Cash at me.
I don't even know if you can Venmo less than $1.
Yo, cash at me. I know you can cash at 5 cents, guys. Come on.
Have you cashed out someone that little amount of money before?
No, but I'm guarantee that you can. You can cash up any amount. But with that, we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
See ya.